Welcome back to the Jeff Mac Show. Happy freedom hooligans on the road. Lady Snook Zero, green eyes glow. Lab lights brighter than the studio glow. Wade crack jokes till the chat went wild. Russell drop take like a problem child. Wrench in the toolbox, fixing every line. 10 men tagging in right on time. We're just happy freedom hooligans. Burning up the news and the nonsense. Hot peppers, hot sauce, pass it down the road. Turn it up loud on the Jeff Mac Show. Yeah, we ride till the wheels give out like a broke down Subaru on a long weird route. Still laughing, still rolling. Everybody knows we're happy freedom hooligans on the Jeff Mac Show. Get some stirred the pot, turned up the heat. Ghostly lurks quiet, then drop straight heat. White and Russell in a side chat feud. Whole crew cackling at the spicy mood. Southern Eagleman swoops in from the sky, waving through the window just to say hi. News in one hand, hot wings in the other. We're cousins, we're strangers, we're some kind of brother. We're just happy freedom hooligans. Burning up the news and the nonsense. Hot peppers, hot sauce, pass it down the road. Turn it up loud on the Jeff Mac Show. Yeah, we ride till the wheels give out like a broke down Subaru on a long weird route. Still laughing, still rolling. Everybody knows we're happy freedom hooligans on the Jeff Mac Show. Broke down Subaru on the side of the lane. Chad in the pocket, easing the pain. If the world gets heavy, let the weirdness flow. We got room for one more in the late night show. We're just happy freedom hooligans. Burning up the news and the nonsense. Hot peppers, hot sauce, pass it down the road. Turn it up loud on the Jeff Mac Show. Yeah, we ride till the wheels give out on this broke down Subaru. We still laugh and shout from the first hey chat to the sign off glow.
What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through the chat really quick, and then we will be, we're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we'll be checking in the chat, so let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. Now, that was the first time we played that song there. It was made by Southern Eagleman, so huge shout out to Southern Eagleman. The song's fantastic. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Wad. Thank you so much, Wad. You're a badass. I really appreciate all the support. Just thank you so much. I don't even know what else to say. You're pulling me out of the fire here. Thank you, Wad. We're going to be getting started on this first video titled, Trump says most NATO allies won't join war, but U.S. don't need them. A little update on what's going on in Iran. Then we got a video titled, Spring Break Takeovers Cause Chaos in Some Cities. These young people are using social media to overwhelm areas, and then they start acting like assholes. Then we got a follow-up video titled, Jasmine Crockett confirms security staffer killed in a standoff with Dallas police. Now, they did release the body cam footage. I believe I posted it on the website. I can also post it on Discord, but I'm sure Hoothru's already on top of it. Then we got a video titled, House Oversight Committee subpoenas AG Pam Bondi on Epstein probe. Now, don't get all excited, because nothing important ever happens at these hearings, but it'll be interesting to get clips of Pam Bondi getting grilled. I'm sure we'll have that tomorrow. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Tiger Jaw, and it's titled Baby Trump. Then getting back into the news, we got a video titled Palestinian Activist Freed from ICE Custody in North Texas. This is also a follow-up video. This is one of the people that were snatched up off the street when the universities were doing all these free Palestine protests and all of that. Then we got a video titled President Trump's latest immigration push targets 200,000 truckers and licenses. They're also trying to end TPS status for people from Haiti as well as Somalia. Then we have a video titled Hundreds of Thousands Found on Voter Rolls That Don't Belong. So they don't really specify if this is only the 2020 voter rolls that they just took from whatever county. I can't even think what it is right this second. But they do say that they've gone over 50 to 60 million voter rolls, and they have found all kinds of irregularities, dead people on there, legals on there, all kinds of stuff like that, which we already knew that. But the truth is finally coming out a little bit, squeaking at a time. Then for the last little bit of the news, it is Lefties Losing It, and Rita is still with us. Today it's titled Jimmy Kimmel Plays the Victim Again. Then we're going to be getting the fun stuff. We are going to be trying the Ghost Pepper. Did I get the right one? Yes, the Ghost Pepper Biltong. King of Biltong sent me 2 packs, sent me Reaper and Ghost, but then I messed myself up eating Doom hot sauce or whatever, so we had to delay the unboxing of that. So we were going to be trying some of that Ghost Pepper Biltong there. It's fantastic, I'm sure. Then we have an unboxing because somebody sent me something, and I don't know what it is or who it's from, but we're going to figure it out. Then we're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Watchman, and I think today is the last day of the puzzle Advent Calendar, so I'm excited to see the Brain Buster. Also, I did figure out this puzzle from yesterday with all these weird little pieces like caterpillars. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you. I'll try and figure it out. I'll pull a picture because you got to have like a flat surface for it to stand on, and my hand's not flat enough. So we'll see. I'll show you. I did figure it out though, but I'm excited to see what Brain Buster we get today. Then we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one is provided by Ghostly, and it's titled When You Leave Women Unsupervised. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Stowner, and this one's titled Simple Misunderstanding. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. And what is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Wrench? What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Southern Eagleman? What's up, Russell? What's up, Green Eyes? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Guess Some? What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Matt Rogers? Happy freedom, you hooligans. I appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Major, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, Major, and I appreciate you racing to the chat. What's up, Elder Zoomer? What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom to you. Green Eyes, you're omnipresent. I appreciate you. Also, happy St. Patrick's Day, you hooligans. I keep forgetting that that's a thing today. Either way, Ranch, you are omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Traveler Queen? Happy freedom to you. Traveler Queen, I just seen you comment that on a video. Thank you for letting me know. I got to look into it. And we'll talk about these potential spider bites in a little bit, because I thought I was going to have to go to the ER last night, and hopefully I don't have to, but I had kind of a scare yesterday. Either way, scrolling through here, let me see. What's up, Watchman? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Sly Dog? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Giggling Spy? Happy freedom. What's up? What is up, High Plains Drifter? Happy freedom to you. Klaus Daniels, go clock in. Go clock in. Wait, you can't get up here? Because I blocked it? We'll figure it out. You're a hooligan cat. Figure it out. Grow some thumbs. What's up, Too Old to Care? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. Sliding through here. Scrolling. What's up, Sassy Patriot? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. What's up, MU? Happy freedom to you. You hooligans, hit that like button. See if you can get us back on the front page of Rumble. Let's see. Slide Dog. No, I don't have bed bugs. No. I'll show you guys. You don't want to see it, but I'll show you. I'll show you these spider bites. I ain't got bed bugs. I got brown recluses. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Smelly? What's up, Meta? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? Sandra's Library, happy freedom to you. Matt Rogers, you're truly omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Guess Who? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on the Goof Tube? What is your name? Diamond. Happy freedom to you, Diamond. You're first over here on the Goof Tube. What's up, Anna Kims? Happy freedom to you. Right Mind, you're omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Russell? You're omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Magic Moon? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Too Real? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Daniel? Happy freedom. What's up, Damon Walker? Happy freedom. And happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you hooligans. You want to see my nasty spider bite? I'm just going to kick this leg up here. It's going to be wiener in the screen. Ugh. Ugh. Look at that fucker. Look at that. I got 3 of these, okay? It's not good. It's not a good time. So anyways, I have to get a better picture and stick it in your guys' face, but yesterday, my feet and ankles were so swollen that I thought I was pregnant. I mean, my ankles looked like they had double chins. I thought I was going to have to go to the ER. I still might have to go to the ER. I don't know. But last time I went to the doctor like 6 times, they gave me all kinds of antibiotics, and in the end, none of it helped, and it took 16 weeks for it to heal on its own, and the whole back of my leg is all black, and it will be that way probably for the next year because doctors are dumber than I am, and I don't know how that happened, but it did. So when I realized that my legs were so swollen that I might have to go to the ER, I punctured holes in the wounds with a tack and dumped peroxide in it, and it's actually doing a lot better. I know that sounds super crazy, and that's not what you're supposed to do, and this is absolutely not medical advice. But that's what I did, and it's more effective than anything those doctors did for me over the summer when I had these fucking bug bites last time. And I'm pretty sure it's a brown recluse, but like I said, I'm the smartest person on this side of Michigan, so don't really have any backup here. Sucks. Klaus Daniels, what's the verdict? He doesn't know either. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this news here. Like I said, Trump says most NATO allies won't join war, but the U.S. doesn't need them anyways. Let's go ahead and get this pulled up. I was just saying yesterday I haven't heard anything about NATO, and now it's in the news. That's how it works. The algorithm and whatnot. Algorithm. Either way, hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Today, Israel releasing this new video they say shows a strike on an Iranian militia group. Israel says strikes killed one of Iran's most powerful surviving leaders, Ali Larijani, vital to running the regime, and Gholam Soleimani, who led the crackdown on anti-government protesters.
The man that was responsible for the killing of 32,000 people over the last 2 weeks.
But Iran launching some of the most intense strikes since the war started, targeting the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad last night. A new video posted by another Iranian militia group shows a drone appearing to fly freely over the U.S. Embassy compound before the attack. Iran today also attacking another oil tanker near the Strait of Hormuz. Iran only letting 5 tankers to sail through the strait in the last 3 days. According to marine traffic data, normally it's 50 every day. President Trump today blasting NATO allies for refusing to send in reinforcements. Some say it's just not their war to fight.
I think NATO's making a very foolish mistake, and I've long said that, I wonder whether or not NATO would ever be there for us. So this was a great test, because we don't need them, but they should have been there.
But the president today losing his top U.S. counterterrorism official, Joe Kent, resigning, saying he cannot in good conscience support the war, claiming Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation. Trump personally appointed Kent to his role.
He seemed like a pretty nice guy. But when I read his statement, I realized that it's a good thing that he's out, because he said that Iran was not a threat.
The president calling Kent weak on security as Kent claims that it was Israel pushing the United States into war with Iran, something the president denies. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, Washington.
Okay. So just a moment here. Wanted to add this Venom tool to the wish list because I need it. Anyways, next up, we have spring break takeovers causing chaos in some cities. Now, I'm sure people are going to have all kinds of interesting things to say in response to this video, but first we're going to hop in the chat. Now, once again, this first video was talking about Israel smoked a few powerful people in Iran. I think it's 2 leaders of the security team or something. I don't know what that means. They're like government officials, the way people are talking about it. They're saying Iran is still stifling the strait, which is not good. They mentioned NATO doesn't want to get involved. President Trump saying that this is a good test to see that they probably wouldn't help us if we actually did need them. They mentioned counterterrorism official resigning, claiming that Israel pressured us into this war with Iran, and that Iran was originally no threat to us, which, I don't know, I'm sure that's controversial. Anyways, like I said, spring break takeovers coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about that first video. Oh my goodness, guys, that's hilarious. There's no explicit images. So Get Some has the first image of Snooks. We finally know what she looks like now. The mystery has been solved. Thank you, Get Some, for doxing Snooks. We now know. We know what you look like, Snooks. Everybody fawning all over you. Now we know. Now we know. Snooks, you're an ass. I know. The Ass Brothers. Matt Rogers, just turn the place to glass already. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's get it over with. Let's play a fun game. Today here, gas is $3.99. That's a lot for us. That's a lot. What is gas where you guys are? Snooks, you have very manly legs. They're not very manly with spider bites all over them. It's not good. It's not good. I don't know. I wish this would stop happening to me. Guess I've seen bigger. May want to wear longer shorts, bro. I guess. I'm getting bit when I'm sleeping. I'm thinking that's what's happening. Otherwise, I don't know when it happens. Ghostly, guess some's going to be Jeff's baby daddy. Congrats. Yes, very nice. Very nice. No, Ghostly, I was pulling it out yesterday through the... I can't explain a lot of it on the live because it's going to get me in trouble from one way or another. But that stuff in there needs to come out. And I was getting it out yesterday, but stabbing myself with a tack over and over again, that stuff ain't fun. You can hear it. You can hear when the tack is puncturing this messed up flesh. It sounds like styrofoam. It's not good. Southern Eagleman, 379 where you are. That's not bad. Matt Rogers, 480 to 550 a gallon. That's, yeah, see, that's too much. That's too much. What's up, Boom? Happy freedom to you. You need a Spider-Man suit to go with those bites. I know. I'm saying I better get powers this time. Because I was dying over the last summer when I got the one bite. I got 3 of them right now. What's up, Minnesota? Happy freedom to you. Cass. Near 4 doll hairs? Yeah. That's where we are. Cass, I paid $4.50 to fill up. Premium was $100 2 days ago. Yeah, see, that's too high. It needs to come down. Now, they haven't been talking about it, but President Trump has mentioned that he was going to do the oil reserve or whatever to bring gas prices down. I don't know when that's supposed to happen, though. I think they're trying to get the strait figured out first. And then if we have to, they're going to do the reserve and all of that. Because it's supposed to be for emergencies, but we'll see how it all turns out. Traveler Queen, 489 where you are. Yeah, see, that's pretty high. That's pretty high. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. Minnesota, of course, Trump denied that. Yeah, I thought that was a little interesting thing that they added at the end of the video there, saying that the person had stepped down because he believes that Israel told Trump to get into this war and not that Iran was a threat in the first place. And there's been a lot of people saying that stuff, so I thought it was pretty interesting that they actually mentioned it in that video. Side Dog, disinfect the area with alcohol first? Yeah. Been doing the thing. Totally care. Dr. Jeff's RX peroxide and hot sauce. That's all a person needs, you know? Some peroxide and hot sauce and a nap every now and then. What's up, James? Happy freedom to you. Minnesota, stop getting hurt. The only way I get hurt is I either get my heart broken or I get bit by a spider. That's the only way I'm hurt. Legal problems, that's about it, you know? I'm just saying. Total care show and tell time. I don't know. Showing off my legs. I was wagging a little leg at you guys. So Ronnie, happy freedom to you. People either hate naps or love naps. I suppose that's true. Side Dog average around 340. Metro Atlanta 340. Yeah, see, it's been right around 340 here for a while. But I didn't even have to get gas today. I just drove by the gas station. It was weird because everybody was at the gas station. They were in line at the pumps. I was like, you guys excited about paying $4 a gallon? Or like, what's going on? Maybe there's fear mongering out there. Maybe Blue News is telling people it's going to be $8 gas and shit. It's hard to say. Minnesota vehicle prices must go down. You can buy a new Subaru. Cars are so expensive. They're ridiculously expensive. Russell, get the K-bar. See, that we might have to do that. Might have to go that route. Snooks, I can't be showing off that leg. Come on now, you gotta pay extra for that. Ghostly, I just know it's about $120 for a full tank. I buy so much crap from Wesco, buying drinks and coffee and shit, that I have a gas card or whatever, and you get rewards every time you buy something. It's like 5 cents, 10 cents, depending on what you buy. The last time I got gas, I filled the car up, and it was 12 cents. That's how much it cost me to fill the car up, because I had so many rewards on my Wesco card. So maybe we'll raffle it off when we do the hooligan picnic. I'll swipe my gas card and you can fill your tank up. It costs you a whole 15 cents or something like that. It's good stuff. I had so many points that they actually owed me. There was like $5 off every gallon, and it was only like 3 something at the time. So it was like they could have been paying me, so instead they charged me a penny a gallon. I don't mean to brag to you guys. So Lisa, happy freedom to you. It's a meta, happy freedom. Bullseye just did $3.99 in Michigan. See, we got the same gas here. Happy freedom to you, Bullseye. So be a blessing. Happy freedom to you. Daniel, zombie. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm building immunity to the venom. Green Eyes, what is the hooligan picnic? Click the events tab in the menu, and it's got all the information there. You can't register for the hooligan picnic until July or June. I don't know. It says when you can register. We're not doing promotion for it right now, but we will pretty soon. We had, I don't know, 10 people show up last time or something. I don't know. It was fun. It was fun, but I need to be more organized than last time. It's kind of a big thing for me to do all by myself, but I'm trying. Kevin, it's probably Klaus beating the crap out of you at night. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Klaus getting his little jabs in. Kevin, you could raffle off the spider leg. Well, that's, you know, we could do that. What's up, Cass? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans, moving forward here. Like I said, spring break takeovers cause chaos in some cities. Now they're showing up and overwhelming the area, and then while they do that, they start acting like assholes. And sometimes they shoot at each other, sometimes they hit each other with vehicles. I mean, it's always a good time. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
Spring break chaos in Daytona Beach, Florida this weekend, as beachgoers ran after hearing what they thought were gunshots.
This incident was clearly social media driven, okay? Let's all go and invade Daytona.
The crowd was there for a so-called beach takeover event, a large sudden gathering promoted online.
It was people crushing water bottles to start a stampede.
Officials say more than 50 deputies were in the middle of the crowd. While no actual shots were fired in this incident, the city of Daytona Beach responded to multiple shootings this past weekend. The sheriff's office reported 133 arrests, with spring break just getting started.
Daytona Beach Commissioner Stacy Cantu.
What is it that makes these events so dangerous?
Because they are organized by promoters, and the city is not aware of it.
Just last month, 5 teenagers were shot at a takeover event in Jacksonville.
Follow the rules.
In the meantime, a marketing campaign in Fort Lauderdale doubled down on restrictions for this spring break. And in Miami Beach, officials there say they have already seen success from their approach, with 21% fewer arrests as compared to the same time last year. For CBS Mornings, I'm Cristian Benavides.
All right. Now, I do think that young people should, basically you should have to be 18 or older to be on social media, which is how they're organizing this stuff. But I believe these people are probably over the age of 18. So it wouldn't solve that problem there. But if we were actually enforcing laws, people wouldn't be so eager to break them. So they're saying that young people are doing beach takeovers where they show up with a ton of people and then start acting like assholes. They say it's organized online, and then people show up and overwhelm the area, and then bad stuff happens. That's how it goes. Then everybody else has to pay for it, and nobody gets to have a good time. Thanks, assholes. Either way, next up, we got a follow-up video. Jasmine Crockett confirms security staffer was killed in standoff with Dallas police. Now, we originally covered the story talking about this, but they just released the body cam footage, which we're not going to watch that. I did post it over on the website. I haven't found it uncensored yet. When they go to shoot him, they kind of freeze frame, and then you can hear the shots fired, but you can't see anything. Not that you really need to, but either way, I posted it over on the website, over on the news board. I'll probably post it on Discord as well, but I'm sure Hoothrew's already gone after it. But anyways, we got Jasmine Crockett confirming that it happened. They're going to give us some more details about the fraudster that got shot. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these spring break takeovers. Guess I'm just more proof that we should be able to abort kids up to the age of 23. Yeah. Just in case, just in case. Happy Freedom Zero, thank you for joining us. Matt Rogers, children not raised right is the cause. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Guess if you look closer, the dude in the middle farted and people ran. Nothing more. That's what it was. He was out there ripping skippies and they were screaming shots fired. People had a misunderstanding. Total care, age doesn't fix stupid. Nope, life's lessons do though. You either learn or you get erased. It's one or the other. Ronnie, we'll be promoting the Hooligan Picnic in a couple months once it starts getting warmer out. Meta, how do you know? Lurking, peeking through the window. Bullseye, gas is cheap when you can't drive the car. I mean, I suppose that's true. Daniel, are we all in Michigan? No. Most hooliganders are outside of Michigan, as far as I know. Bullseye, does anyone believe that Crockett didn't know? No, I think she totally knew. Oh, it happened, Zero. No worries. What's up, Wrench? Thank you for joining us over here on the website. Alright, hooligans, moving forward here. Like I said, got a follow-up video for Jasmine Crockett's security fraudster that he decided it was a good idea to have a standoff with the SWAT team. It didn't work out in his favor, though. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick. If you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this pulled up. Like I said, follow-up video here.
Representative
Jasmine Crockett shit. Look at this loser. Anyways, hit that like button and let's get into this.
Representative Jasmine Crockett confirmed a former security staffer for her Senate campaign died in a standoff with Dallas police last week. 39-year-old Diamond Masri Robinson apparently went by the name Mike King while working for Crockett. Dallas police said Robinson had, quote, multiple felony warrants and a parole violation warrant. The active warrants were related to his impersonation of a police officer and stolen license plates. Crockett expressed alarm and said her team had, quote, followed all protocols outlined by the House to contract additional security and that it had been approved to hire the man. Crockett says, quote, the fact that an individual was able to somehow circumvent the vetting process for something as sensitive as security for members of Congress highlights the loopholes and shortcomings of many of our systems. Robinson was killed by police in the parking lot of a children's hospital where he barricaded himself in his car. Body camera footage shows officers used tear gas to flush him out and then opened fire when they saw him reach for a firearm while exiting the vehicle. Following the shooting of her former security member, Crockett said her team was, quote, unable to locate any violent offenses committed by Robinson. The Texas Democrat argued the hiring of a man with a fake identity proves the need for U.S. Capitol Police to directly provide security for members of Congress.
All right. She had no idea that he was a fraudster. I don't know. I feel like people are really dumb. So they're saying that Jasmine Crockett confirmed that the fraud that got in the standoff with SWAT was her security. They mentioned her having fake outrage about how this fraud was able to get hired and go undetected during the vetting process. But I don't understand how she would know that he wasn't how would she not know that he was a fraudster, given that they were so close? A lot of these images, they're like within holding hands distance of each other and stuff. I think they probably hung out behind the scenes. I don't know. I think she totally knew he was a fraudster. And like I said, people are dumb. And so, just like everything else, I'm sure it's about as difficult as getting a job at McDonald's. You say the right things, you know the right people, you can get in. And I'm sure that's what he did. He probably just charmed the pants off of everybody. And I don't know. It's weird. How do you end up being security for Jasmine Crockett and then also make the kind of decisions that lead you into having a standoff with Dallas SWAT? Just stupid. Either way, next up, House Oversight Committee subpoenas AG Pam Bondi in Epstein probe. Now, this sounds great, but nothing ever happens in these hearings. They do a lot of talking, and regardless of how much they incriminate themselves, nothing ever happens. Accountability never shows up for these hearings, but it'll be entertaining tomorrow when we got a bunch of clips, if they're going to do it tomorrow. I know it's coming up. Either way, that's what's happening next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Jasmine Crockett's security. Zero, she's basically advocating for free security. Well, I think she's trying to say that the vetting process isn't steep enough, but leave it to her to say that now that she's not going to be an elected official, right? Like, she won't have to go through the more steep vetting process. Green Eyes, it's crazy that he got that position, but it's hard to, let me see. It's Crockett. I find it hard to believe that she didn't know. Yeah. Ghostly. Oh, I posted it on the news board in Hooligans Alley. It just shows a little clip of it in that video, but I want to say the video I posted in Hooligans Alley has got multiple points of view. Zero is self-deletion by a cop. Yeah, most likely. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you. Totally care they got the wrong big mic. Yeah, it could be. Quiet Part Podcast. Hold on. We're getting a raid here. Let me grab their link really quick. Give them a follow. Make sure we do this correctly. Pin. Go give them a follow. Thank you so much, Quiet Part Podcast. Really appreciate you. Let's get raiding. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Hit that like button on your way in. We're right in between videos right now. Next up, we have House Oversight Committee subpoenas AG Pam Bondi and Epstein probe. But right now, we're reading through the chat. Snugs, well, Crockett won't be screwing him anymore. Well, she might. She might be into that. A little necrophilia goes a long way. Hard to say. What's up, Mr. Scott? Happy freedom to you. Boom, Soul Train. I know I get a copyright flag on YouTube every time we get a raid. I don't care though, it's fine. It's probably funny to watch because when you watch the replay, it cuts all the audio out. So I'm just sitting here dancing in silence and then it picks back up. GoofTube and their censorship. It's funny. Meta, it's 95 degrees here in California, having some ice cream. We'll definitely enjoy that, Meta. We had a blizzard last night. There's like a foot of snow outside. So definitely enjoy that nice weather. What's up, Master Dork? Happy freedom to you. Damon Walker, we need a pig for the hooligan picnic. I mean, if you want to cook it, you could do the thing. I don't eat pork, really. I only eat bacon. Otherwise, I don't even eat pork. I've never cooked a pig before. You saw me trying to do hot dogs. I don't do a whole lot of cooking, but we'll figure it out. Bullseye, it's kind of crazy this fraudster probably made his way into the Capitol building under an alias. Yeah. And Fed boys, they didn't even realize. They can find all the J6ers, but they can't figure out when fraudsters are entering the building, pretending to be security. Oh, I appreciate you, Master Dork. Thank you for being with us. Ghostly impersonating an officer is prison, but the amount of charges he was facing, it would have been like 20 to 30 years. Yeah. Well, he shouldn't have been making those choices if he didn't want to deal with the consequences. That's the thing. Gotta make good choices, and you'll outlive people that make bad choices. I try, Cass. I try. I was trying to get Klaus Daniels to join me, but I want to have to pry him out of his cat bowl here. Either way, let's go ahead and get into this. Like I said, Pam Bondi, she's getting subpoenaed to Oversight Committee on her handling of the Epstein documents. Now, like I said, it's going to be all entertainment because there's no accountability when it comes to these hearings. There's no accountability on Capitol Hill, period. But either way, hit that like button and let's get into this.
We've got some breaking news. The House Oversight Committee has just subpoenaed Attorney General Pam Bondi to appear for a deposition over the DOJ's handling of the Epstein files. MS Now's Michael Chanel joins us now. Tell us what just happened here, Michael.
Yeah, Chris, so officially the House Oversight Committee has sent a subpoena to Attorney General Pam Bondi requesting her testimony as part of the panel's investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. This comes after 2 weeks ago tomorrow, so just under 2 weeks ago, the House Oversight Committee had, in a surprise move, voted to subpoena Attorney General Pam Bondi. The vote was 24-19, with 5 Republicans crossing the aisle and joining Democrats in favor of that subpoena. It comes as there have been a lot of questions about the handling of the release of the Epstein files. There have been bipartisan criticism of how the DOJ, and by that, a byproduct, how Attorney General Pam Bondi has handled that, particularly with those redactions, right? Names of rich and powerful individuals have been redacted in various releases of the documents, while as names of victims and their information have been left out for the public to see. There are also a number of questions of just how many of the documents have been released. Some estimates have said that the DOJ has around 6 million documents in its possession. Just about 3.5 million have been released. So lawmakers on both sides of the aisle have been clamoring to ask Attorney General Pam Bondi about those matters and more. Back earlier this month, they voted to subpoena her, and today that subpoena officially went out. Now, when this deposition will happen, that still remains to be seen. We'll now get into the phase of this process where there are negotiations between the DOJ and the Oversight Committee to find a time that works for the both of them. But it is plausible that in the near future, we could see Attorney General Pam Bondi meet with the Oversight Committee behind closed doors to field questions about Epstein investigations, the Epstein documents, and more, which has just been such a focus and such a big conversation up here on Capitol Hill.
Michael Chanel, thank you for that breaking news.
All right. So, kind of excited to get clips of Pam Bondi getting chewed out, if that's what's going to happen. I don't know. Anything besides what's going on in Iran would be great, because all the news is constantly about Iran. It's very difficult to try and pick 8 things when that's the case. Either way, they're saying that Pam Bondi is being subpoenaed to speak in front of the Oversight Committee on her handling of the Epstein files. Like I said, we'll be grabbing clips of that once it's available. I'm sure it's going to be entertaining, but I don't expect any changes to happen. Next up, we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Tiger Jaw, and it's titled Baby Trump. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Pam Bondi. Ghostly. Talking about that reporter named Michael female Michael. Well, she's a guy, so she might be. I think it was a female, probably. I don't know. I didn't check the bulge. It's hard to say. Matt Rogers, roasting a whole pig takes a long time. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Boom, they just play gotcha, and then when they catch him, nothing happens, and the media says the witness was destroyed. Then they all go back to their usual routines. That's exactly what happens. That is exactly what happens. And it happens all the time, left and right. What's up, Amish? Happy freedom to you. Thank you for joining us. I, for one, am glad our government has never done or will do anything evil. Yeah, Amish, me too. Me too. Trying to stay on this side of the ground. Hillary lurking in the shadows with a heart attack gun. Told care, nothing sticks with Pam. That's a good one. That's a good one, told to cure. What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy freedom to you. Meta, everyone else is snowed in, freezing their nuggets off, and we're in a heat wave. Is it global warming or climate change? I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's the government. That's what it is. What's up, Low Ender? Happy freedom to you. Trump did it. That's what's wrong with the weather. Trump did it. Low Ender, although Pam Bondi would make a great wife, not sure now. I've never thought that Pam Bondi would make a good wife. She seems like the kind of woman who's probably mean. She's probably so fucking mean behind closed doors. You can see it in her face. You can see her stress lines and stuff. I bet she drinks and smells like stale cigarettes and has a squawky ass bitchy voice when nobody's looking. And I bet she rants and raves about every little thing. I bet she's got like unrealistic high standards that she expects everyone around her to achieve. And when she don't, she's got more things to bitch about. I guarantee I could tell by looking at her face. But to each their own. To each their own. I just don't like people that are mean. And she looks mean. Bullseye, I'd redact a lot of stuff too if my name was in it. I don't know if Pam Bondi was there, but yeah, I don't know. They're trying to insinuate that only half the documents have been released. But a couple months ago, they were saying all the documents had been released. Like everything that was going to be released was released. Then they were saying that Trump was hiding documents. Then they released a whole bunch more. And it was like, wait a minute, where'd that come from? You already said it was all released. And now they're saying only half the files are released. So it's like, I don't know. Like I said, the oversight hearing where Pam Bondi is going to be speaking, it'll be entertaining, but I don't expect anything to change. So Metallica, happy freedom to you. If I can get you all ready, need to go to a pig roast. I don't eat pig though. That's probably a lot of fun, but I don't be eating the pig. Only bacon. It's the only exception. If you don't eat bacon, it's un-American. You gotta eat bacon, but I don't eat the rest of the pig. Bro, so I want to be in a heat wave. Well, you're gonna have to go to California. You have to fight the homeless people and the wokeisms and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't like the snow, but I don't like being too hot. Wrench, and she likes back shots. Well, yeah, she probably likes to get messed up and then rode hard, but she's probably mean the rest of the time. Women just aren't all naked and willing to have fun 100% of the time. They like to do other things too, from what I hear. What's up, Angry God? Happy freedom to you. Amish. They ran a limited hangout with her, and the first binder of files. Limited hangouts are a favorite method of control those in charge. Yeah, see, and they don't even talk about that anymore. When they released the binders, and they were like, phase 1 of the Epstein files, and then they just dumped the rest of them on the internet and was like, good luck. I'm like, oh, okay, no phase 2 or anything, just threw that whole idea out the window. Good stuff. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, we got our midlife break. Let's get this pulled up.
Bomb my country.
Hold on a second here. Now, like I said, this is our midlife break. Today it was provided by Tiger Jaw and it's titled Baby Trump.
You bomb my country. You destroy my missiles. You hit my own house, Donald.
Ali, I gave you a deadline. You gave me attitude, and now you're a ghost. Very sad. Probably should have taken the deal.
I haunt you forever. I put a curse on your whole country. Gas prices go up. Oil goes to $100.
That's not a curse, Ali. That's a Tuesday. Americans complain about gas prices when there isn't a war.
My Navy will block the Strait of Hormuz. No ship pass through ever.
What Navy? You had one frigate, and we turned it into a submarine, an involuntary submarine. The fish send me thank you letters.
My successor will avenge me. My son will finish what I start.
Your son? Ali, I know your son very well. He saw what happened to you and changed his LinkedIn to freelance consultant. The whole thing's a disaster.
You bomb my country. You destroy my missiles.
Good stuff. Getting back to the news here. Next up, we have Palestinian activists freed from ICE custody in North Texas. Now, this is a follow-up video. A year or so ago, we were covering random protesters getting picked up by ICE. This is when all the ICE outrage first started. This is back when the Free Palestine protesters were in front of Harvard and Columbia University and all of that. Now, this girl wrote an article or something. I can't remember exactly what happened. She wrote a paper, and it sounded like she was sympathizing with terrorism or some shit like that. And they picked her ass up right off the street. Now, I'm pretty sure she's from Turkey, and they mentioned that she had overstayed her visa, I believe is what it was. And so they picked her up, and there was a bunch of outrage and stuff. And this is back when Mahmoud Khalil got picked up. And that he was like the poster child for protesters getting picked up. Now he's got $1 million. He's got private security, and he's free to walk the streets and do whatever. And we haven't covered him in a while because he's been in hiding since he got released. But either way, like I said, this is a follow-up. It's coming up next. But first, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to open a browser, go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get this pulled up. Follow-up video. They released her from the ICE detention center. Because that's what happens. It's a revolving door. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
The last person reportedly still in immigration detention after the Trump administration's crackdown on pro-Palestinian protesters has been released from a North Texas facility. 33-year-old Lakea Cordia walked out of the facility in Alvarado this afternoon. She was arrested last March, months after she joined 2024 demonstrations outside Columbia University. A federal judge expressed skepticism about the government's case against her. Fox 4's Vanya Castillo has more on her release today. Vanya.
Steve, Lakea Cordia taking a few moments to speak with the press after being detained for over a year in a detention center, taking that time not to advocate for herself, but for others.
So alhamdulillah, thank God.
After nearly a year in an immigration detention facility in North Texas, Lakea Cordia is now free. Her lawyers say she was the last person still in custody following a federal crackdown on pro-Palestinian activists.
I'm really grateful for this. And I don't know what I would be or where would I be without this support.
She was released on Monday after an immigration judge Friday ordered her release on a $100,000 bond, saying the government's arguments for her not to be released on bond were, quote, disingenuous.
Just hear us, listen to us, don't ignore us. We're here, we're breathing.
Cordia was arrested during protests outside of Columbia University in 2024. Those charges were later dismissed, but months later she was detained during an immigration check-in and sent to the Prairieland Detention Facility in Texas. Federal officials accused her of overstaying her visa and scrutinized money she sent to her family in the Middle East. An immigration judge later found overwhelming evidence that those payments were legitimate.
There is a lot of injustice in this place. there is a lot of people that they shouldn't be here in the first place. We're going to keep fighting for them. We're not going to forget them.
During her detention, she was hospitalized after a seizure. Her attorneys say her condition worsened while she was in custody. An immigration judge had ordered her release on bond 3 separate times. The government challenged the rulings the first 2 times. A staff attorney with the Texas Civil Rights Project, Travis Fife, saying this: "We must continue to assert the fundamental First Amendment principle that the government cannot abuse power to punish people for using their voice."
What's next? We're going to keep fighting.
Well, Cordia is now able to reunite with her family in New Jersey as her case continues to proceed.
Okay. So we'll see how this goes. I wonder if she's going to sue the government. It's hard to say. She's not really in a position yet, but it's the way they spin this story. So they're saying that this woman, who I believe is from Turkey, because we covered it a lot when she first got picked up, but she was one of the protesters getting picked up on the street by ICE, and they made a big deal about how they weren't identifiable as ICE. They were wearing civilian clothes and whatnot. Now she's out on $100,000 hair bond. Who gave her that money? Where'd that money come from? I couldn't afford $100,000 hair bond. It's pretty steep. She's picked up for overstaying her visa, but they act like she's bold and brave. They're like, oh, she's not just praying for herself, she's praying for others. Yeah, well, while she's busy doing all that praying, she should have been updating her visa. That's what she should have been doing. Now it's expired, and then they release her anyways, so she's going to New Jersey to go hang out and just do the thing or whatever. But if she goes through court and they don't get rid of her because she has no legal status, she's going to be suing the federal government, because that's what's going to happen. They're going to say that there was no wrongdoing and they held her against her will for over a year, and she's going to need $100 million from Pam Bondi directly, and they're probably going to give it to her because that's the way this dumb shit works. I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely be staying up to date with it. Next up, Trump's latest immigration push targets 200,000 truckers' licenses. That's creative title work there. President Trump's trying to end TPS status for Haitians and Somalians because it's time for them to go back home. Like, it's temporary status. It's not full on, legal status here. So they're going to be talking about that, but they're also going to be talking about how truckers are about to lose their CDLs and stuff too because of this TPS stuff, which is fine because we don't need more problems. I don't know how many stories we've covered where illegals are driving trucks and killing Americans while doing it. So hopefully we can, wrap that up. Either way, that's what's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this protester being released from ICE custody while also not having legal status. Green Eyes, an Iranian, probably bonded her out. You know what's really funny about that? I've been getting weird copyright flags over on YouTube for the last 24 hours, and I don't know who's doing it because their name is like squiggly fucking lines. Like, it's Swahili, it's whatever. And so I had Googled it. I still don't know exactly what it is, but I'm pretty sure the writing is the same as whatever the fuck they use in Iran. So it seems that somebody's taking clips of my video and doing copyright flags on it. I don't know how they're doing it, but I've had to cut like 8 videos in the last 24 hours because whoever the fuck is doing this. But yeah, it's just squiggly line writing, whatever the fuck that is. It's not American, I know that. Ghostly, hopefully she gets bit by a spider. Fuck, I'm so tired of these spider bites. Yes, so she's here illegally, goes to Columbia University to protest Israel. Genius. Yep. I wonder if she's a paid agitator and that's how she was able to get that $100,000 bond. Zero, you're not an American. I don't have to listen to you. Get out. Yeah, she has no legal status. They should have let her out on that side of the wall. Arabic, yeah, that's what I was saying. Squiggly line stuff. People suck. Oh, Ghostly, did I misspeak? I think I did that yesterday too. I said somebody else's name and read somebody else's comment. My eyes, they're going to shit. Yeah, Sly Dog, Arabic. But I didn't know what it was called. You guys are learning me. Bill Clay, how'd you like to come home late for dinner and have her waiting for you? No, I'm good. I got Klaus Daniels. It's fine. It's fine. He don't bitch a whole lot, you know, a little bit. He's already had his fancy feast though, so you know, you see him. He's cool as a cucumber. So Palms, happy freedom to you. She ain't praying for anyone. Nah, I don't think so. Told Carrie, you think BB is smoked? No, and I was trying to say something about this yesterday and I totally forgot. There was a lot of people tagging me, asking me if Benjamin Netanyahu kicked the bucket. And what I figured out is that people had generated AI images and passed them around X. And on X, they will put community notes. But when those images and video and stuff leave X and they go to places like Facebook and YouTube and TikTok and dumb shit like that, they don't get flagged for anything. So people are seeing it and they're believing it. A lot of people cannot tell when shit is AI anymore. Like the line is blurred at this point. And so people believe that it's true. They tell other people who don't have time to go validate shit. And then the word, you know, gets around. Like Kennedy says, a lie goes around the world twice before the truth puts its shoes on. And that's what happened. It's an AI image. It got out of hand. Netanyahu did not kick the bucket. His office put out a statement and shit. So unless he actually did and the office is lying about it and whatever, as far as I know, he did not kick the bucket. Israel just hit Iran. Our first video today was talking about that, how Israel hit Iran and smoked 2 of their lead people over there. But as far as I know, it's not true. It was all started because of AI bullshit. MU bacon wrap burgers sound good. They always sound good. I'm always in the mood for a bacon wrap burger. Hair juicer, would you call me? Zero, even Trump almost got fooled by AI and one of our ships burning. Yeah. Matt Rogers, I'm pretty sure we all knew what kind of writing you meant. Yeah, I was struggling there to describe it, but you know, the squiggly lines, I got it, you know. Got the message across there. Smelly Pam Bondi's weak. Yeah, she is weak. What's up, Viola? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Carpet Dog? Happy freedom to you. They clone BB? Maybe. We ain't seen him yet. He's gonna show up. He's gonna have new face tattoos and shit. What's up, Larry? Happy freedom to you. Right Mind, my Moose Lodge member built a huge smoker for huge pigs. So good. That sounds badass. Cheeky Chops, new house in full effect. What does that mean? I thought you Ben got a new house. Russell, AI is tricky now. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Some videos I can only tell are AI because of how outrageous the things are on the screen, which is kind of the plan. That's the whole point of why they have AI, is that way if you think something's really crazy, you'll just assume it's AI instead of assuming it's real. What kills me is seeing people in the comments that believe it, and this happens on all levels. I'm seeing AI females that are exposing themselves to a certain degree, not full nude but partially nude, and the comments is full of dogs, and I'm like, you guys are fawning over an AI video. That is not a real girl wiggling her toes at you and jiggling her tits. That is not a real girl. That is pixels on a screen. And people are like, you want to get married? Oh, I'd clean the house for you. Oh, I'd do anything for you. I'm like, it's software. You guys are fawning over software. Like, just grody. I see with food, too. They make food videos. It's AI, and people in the comments are like, I'd love the recipe for that. it's not real. Like, it's fuck. And I don't know. I just feel disappointed seeing that stuff. I don't even leave a comment because I just don't know. I have this issue where I think people are dumber around me. And when I see that, it just increases this issue that I have. And I'm like, I got to run away. Run away quickly. The dumb people are growing. Either way, moving forward here. Like I said, Trump's latest immigration push targets 200,000 truckers' licenses. Now, like I said, that's quite the title there. What they're actually talking about is ending TPS status. So these people are going to have to go back home. That's just, that was the whole deal in the first place. It was temporary protective status. So hit that like button and let's get into this.
The Supreme Court is taking up an immigration case that could determine if the Trump administration can end protections for migrants from Haiti and Somalia. So right now, temporary protected status, or TPS, allows people to stay here if their home countries are too dangerous. News Nation national correspondent Brooke Schaefer joins us now with this story. Brooke, with so much at stake here, what should we be watching for next?
Marky, the Supreme Court's expected to hear the case next month, with a decision then expected by the summer. And that means that some tens of thousands of migrants in the U.S. on that temporary protected status can stay for now. The Trump administration has wanted to end those legal protections for immigrants from countries including Haiti and Syria. It argues that TPS was only meant to be temporary and that conditions have improved, making it safe now for those migrants to return home. This has been a major focus of the Trump administration's mass deportation efforts. That now looming Supreme Court ruling has left communities on edge, though, including in Springfield, Ohio, home to an estimated 12 to 15,000 Haitian immigrants.
There are a lot of families that are continuing to experience uncertainty and concern because of the situation surrounding temporary protected status and the possibility of deportation. Behind every policy discussion, there are real people. There are mothers, there are fathers, there are children, co-workers, neighbors, and members of our community.
Meantime, the administration continues to expand its immigration crackdown. And starting this week, some 200,000 immigrant truck drivers will lose their commercial driver's licenses. A new rule now preventing some immigrants, including asylum seekers, from getting CDLs. Marky?
Yeah, these are huge stories. And Brooke, before I let you go, also top border official Greg Bovino, who really became the leading face of President Trump's immigration crackdown, is set to retire at the end of the month. What more do we know about that resignation?
Marky, that's right. Sources confirmed to News Nation Gregory Bovino will retire from Border Patrol at the end of this month. He was removed months ago as commander at large following sometimes intense immigration operations, including most recently in Minneapolis. That same operation led to criticism of Kristi Noem from both Democrats and Republicans. Noem was pushed out of her job as DHS secretary this month. President Trump's nominee to replace her, Senator Markwayne Mullin, is set for his confirmation hearing with lawmakers tomorrow. Marky?
We'll be watching that closely. Brooke, thank you.
Thank you for... Okay. So I forgot, it's got a little bit of some other news topics in there. I wrote it all down. Plethora of news. So they're saying that the Trump administration is trying to end TPS status for people from Haiti and Somalia. Now SCOTUS needs to rule on it in order for it to go into effect. They also mentioned 200,000 migrant truck drivers are about to lose their CDL. It's going to prevent others from obtaining them, which is good. Duffy is the one that's been working on that. They also mentioned Bovino retiring as the commander of ICE, which that information came out last week, but all the videos were like 40 seconds long, or if that, and so I was like, whatever. But now we covered it, so it's all good. Next up, hundreds of thousands of fraudsters on the voter rolls that do not belong there. It's good stuff. I don't know if that, hopefully YouTube doesn't give me problems over this. I think YouTube's over the stolen election stuff, but we'll see. Either way, that's what's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about TPS status potentially ending for people from Haiti and Somalia. Ranch. That's how they're voting and overstaying their visas. They're using fake CDLs. Yeah. Yep, you're right. Look at this. Get some? Caught me working out the other day. I didn't know he was snapping photos, though. Look at the little hooligan H badge. It should be bigger than that. It's the camera angle. But don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. Guess I'm out here bragging about me. You're the man. You're the man. He could have stuck my face on a lot of bodies. I'm thankful it looked like that because it could have been way worse. Zero. I don't know what you're talking about. The Office movie. Totally care if they're jobless, boot them. Need to be contributing to our society, not fraudulently. Yeah. Well, and it's temporary status. They could have tried to get permanent status, but a lot of them just was trying to get in the door. That's the deal with the illegals in general, border crossers and stuff. They come here however they can come here, and then they're just here. They don't try and become permanent. They don't try and become Americans. They don't want that. They're here to take doll hairs and leave. That's leave if they have to, but that's the way it goes. And it's that thought process is what leads to a lot of bad stuff. People working with the cartel, people doing drug stuff, people doing human trafficking because their only goal was to get through the door. That's it. They don't want to become one of us. They want to take from us. And that's why we got to get illegals up out of here, is because they're not here for the American dream. And that's what the door is for. You can come into the country if you're hungry for the American dream. If you're here for anything else, you should just leave while you can. Like, fuck. Boom, not true. They will not lose their CDLs. It'll be, and be removed from the streets. They will only not be allowed to renew their license. Yeah. Well, and that's what sucks is like, these people are smoking Americans, doing U-turns in a freight and stuff like that, and then they find out that their paperwork isn't legit and that they can't speak English and they can't read the road signs and so on and so forth. And so, yeah, that is going to be the case. Now, they are trying to make it so their legal status is synchronized with their CDLs. Now, who knows how long that's going to take to get into effect, but once it's in effect, it should fix a lot of problems, because what they were doing is they were taking legal status that expired next month and then get a CDL. CDL says they're good for the next 2 years or, whatever. And so they're walking around with the CDL using that as an ID while their legal status is already expired. And that's how they've been getting by, is doing a bunch of that. And so Duffy is trying to make it so everything's synchronized. So if your shit expires next month, you get a CDL, your CDL is going to reflect when your legal status expires. And then that will help things in a big way. But who knows how long it'll take for that to go into effect, though. Elder Zoomer, 200,000 illegal CDLs. Oh, there's way more than that. They were saying it was like 600,000 or 800,000 or something like that, because the illegals were getting the CDLs from California and over on the left coast. There was a couple places on the east coast that was doing it, somewhere near New Jersey, and I think maybe even Georgia. I can't really remember, but a lot of them came from the left coast. Boom, temporary means temporary. That's right. Green Eyes, they're not contributing to America. They're sending money back to their country. Yep. We were just covering a video yesterday about that. They're trying to stop that too, because they're saying it's bad for our economy. Plastic Quack, Oregon gives out CDLs like candy. Yeah. See, and I was thinking Oregon was on the list. I wasn't sure, though. I didn't want to say it. Elder Zoomer, can we kick Cali out of the union already? I think Cali could be reformed. We just need better leadership on the left coast. Just like New York. It's like it needs reform. Portland's the same way. Portland could be great. We could make Portland great again. But everybody needs to be voted out. Everybody who's been running Portland and shit, they all need to be voted out. It needs a whole list of new people. Master Dork, I don't like AI for anything. It's never the truth. It doesn't matter if it's creating pictures, news, or music. I hate AI being used for something like that. It's fake. Yeah, I mean, we have some intro songs that are made with AI, and I think they're entertaining. But, I mean, I don't think that that kind of music should be competing on the charts. I don't think it should be on the radio. I don't think that it should compete for Grammys and you know, diamond record status, and I don't think it should be all that, but I think it's fine for entertainment stuff. I was just talking with somebody yesterday on the phone about movies and TV shows. Pretty soon it's all going to be AI. Now, we've had CGI and we've had cartoons, right? We've had that stuff for a long time. It's fine. People love Avatar. People love Bugs Bunny, right? But they were not trying to trick us. They weren't trying to pretend that they were people. It was just animation. With AI, it's so damn deceitful. It's trying to trick you into thinking it's real when it's not. Instead of just being upfront and being like, oh, you know, this is generated. It's not. It's very deceitful. And there's a lot of people that don't like that, you know. So we use the AI music and stuff constructively, but as far as being deceitful and stuff, I don't like that stuff either. Now, I was telling you guys yesterday, I've been using Claude, which is made by Anthropic, which is who the government just parted ways with. And their AI is better than all other AI that I've tried when it comes to writing code. I'm trying to develop some new apps. I'm also trying to improve the website or even build a new version of the website from scratch so we'll have more control over things. And Claude has been very proficient about it because the other AI does too much damn talking. If I use ChatGPT or Gemini or Grok, it talks to you like it's worried about your stupid little feelings. And I don't need that shit from a computer. Like, I'm like, how to do this? And it's like, well, you might get a little frustrated, but we're going to have to do all these things and stuff. And, you know, we'll take our time. And I don't need that shit. What is step number one? That's what I need. And Claude is very much like that. It's just like, let's do this. Let's get the job done. And so I've been using Claude for those purposes, but I don't really use AI for anything else because it's just not worth it. It's just not. Either way, like I said, read through the chat a little bit more. Next up, we have voter rolls and their discrepancies. 0, New Yorkistan. Yeah, Michiganistan. I know. Michigan's not that bad, but it is over near Dearborn and stuff. It's not good over there. Where I live is just... it's whatever. The weather is the worst part. Californistan. Yeah, wrench. Snook's never seen The Office. Yeah, I've never seen The Office. I know a lot of people like it though. Russell, you need a hug. I do. I need a hug from God. when my shit was all swollen yesterday and I was trying to figure out if I need to go to the ER for these fucking spider bites, I was like, why won't something good happen to me? I'm like, so much bad stuff back to back. Like, when is the good stuff gonna happen? So I'm trying to get excited for it because it's got to be the lottery or something like that. I'm about to hit the lottery. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's got to be, because it's always darkest before it's dawn. It ain't never been this dark before, and so I'm eager for the dawn, the whole dawn part of this situation. Elder Zoomer kick out Callie and then invade the next day. That's funny. What's up, Daywalker? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Addy Walker? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mike Ingalls? Happy freedom. I don't know why the chats are so dead. Is it because it's so late? It's not even that late, really. Maybe I'm being boring today. I don't know. Either way, move forward here. Like I said, hundreds of thousands found on voter rolls that do not belong there. Shocker. It's only shocking if you haven't been with us very long. We've been covering this shit since the election was stolen. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick to go join jeffmaclive.com. Just go set up your profile, post in Hooligans Alley, participate in the forums or groups. Plus, watching the live is a lot more fun with memes and GIFs in the chat. There's tons of stuff to do and new things happening every day. Go select a free membership to get things started. So I'm going to post this link really quick. and then we are going to be moving forward in the news. But go join the website because it's awesome. And we do have a free membership level just to get you started. It gives you limited access, but you can get used to things, and if you like that, well, you can pay the $10 for the month. Either way, let's get into this voter roll shenanigans here. Now, I'd actually like to see some accountability instead of just the release of information that we already know about. And in this situation, I am hoping that it's just taking time. Either way, hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Harmeet Dillon, Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights at the United States Department of Justice. Great to see you, Harmeet. I mean, what's happening here? I mean, if they have nothing to hide, just hand over the voter rolls. But secondly, they're legally obligated to, aren't they?
Well, they are, and we've made this argument. It's very clear under the 1960 Civil Rights Act that the Attorney General has the right to review and inspect these records. We're helping states comply with their federal obligation under the Help America Vote Act as well to clean up their voter rolls. And the reality is, this is a bipartisan problem. States that are led by Democrats and Republicans alike have been lax in cleaning up their voter rolls. It's also been difficult in the past due to various regulations for states to be able to get the help from the federal government. We've lifted those restrictions. But, sometimes secretaries of state who haven't been doing their jobs are reticent to open their books to demonstrate that. So some are scrambling to clean up their voter rolls before they let us see them. I mean, okay, we're having negotiations with some of them. Some of them flatly haven't done their job. And then some of them are making specious arguments like the one you just recited regarding the NAACP. They're making some similar arguments that, what we're doing is improper or inappropriate, or we're trying to weaponize. Some people call it weaponize. Some people call it use. We definitely want to use tools and have accurate data to make sure that only citizens are on our voter rolls, that they're only on our voter rolls in the United States once, and that rolls are not being packed and infected, particularly in this era now of widespread mail balloting, with people who are dead, people who have moved, people who have no business voting in an election.
Yeah. I mean, in full transparency, until you see the voter rolls of these 29 states and D.C. that are refusing to do it, there's really no way to know how widespread the issues are. I mean, you're operating in a vacuum. You're saying, come in, let me see it. I mean, this could be altering election results, Harmeet, depending on what you find. This is critical.
Well, it's not even quite a vacuum because some states have done this on their own. We've run some records for some states. So I think we've run something between 50 and 60 million voter records so far, during this president's tenure. And we have found hundreds of thousands of people who shouldn't be on the voter rolls, people who are dead, people who moved, duplicate registrations. We have also found separately non-citizens on the voter rolls. And so now we're doing our due diligence to identify the extent to which they may or may not have voted. And sometimes people are enrolled on the voter rolls. We've just seen some crazy videos from California that show homeless people being used to sign petitions and, register to vote or sign affidavits, could sign ballots for somebody else and fill in. And that's easy when you have a system where there's no voter ID, where ballots are being mailed to outdated voting lists. This is not a fiction or a fantasy.
Well,
Los Angeles County in 2017 agreed with a lawsuit by Judicial Watch that there were over 1 million people in that county alone who should not have been on the voter rolls. That is insane.
Incredible.
And we deserve better in America.
Absolutely. That's why the SAVE Act is something, majority of Americans are supporting here. And it is coming up for that procedural vote in the Senate today. I want to get your...
All right. Talking about all these irregularities, I'd like to hear more about what they're actually going to do about it, but I think they got to get through the analyzing process first. They're suing these states, and I don't even understand how that works. The states are refusing to provide voter rolls. They were putting out videos to the public saying that they were protecting our personal information from the federal government, as if that's not who gave us our social security cards and everything else. Like, the federal government has our personal information. These Democrats are so stupid, but they go out on TV and they say that stuff. And they're claiming that's why they're refusing to provide the government with the voter rolls. It's to protect our privacy. It's not that, they're trying to hide fraud and shit like that, but no, it's to protect our personal information. And so either way, they're saying the DOJ is suing for these voter rolls. They're suing like 29 states or something like that who are refusing to provide this information. Some of the Secretary of States are cleaning up their voter rolls right before handing them over. Some of them just didn't do their job at all and just have had to admit that they don't have the documentation that they're supposed to have. They've reviewed 50 to 60 million voter records, and so far they have found hundreds of thousands of people on the voter rolls that should have not been there, including dead people and illegals. I used to get called a crazy person, 6 years ago for saying that stuff. Now it's on the news, and I'm sure blue ears aren't listening, but, it is what it is. Anyways, next up we got the last little bit of the news. It is Lefties Losing It. Today it's titled Jimmy Kimmel Plays Victim Again. And it is Rita, by the way. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these voter roll irregularities. What are you guys talking about over here? Ranch ended up being fake. It is. Fake and gay. What's up, pricks? Happy freedom. Told Kara, I don't think she's Irish. Nah, probably not. Hey, I appreciate you being with us, Plastic Quacks. Enjoy the rest of your day. What's up, Dabacles? Happy freedom. Farting in the chat. Very nice. Zero, when I was setting up my office at a job, I ordered a red stapler and everybody in the maintenance department got it. That's funny. Totally care. I heard enemas are good for irregularities. We need an election enema. That's what we need. That'll fix things. Make our elections great again. Alright, hooligans, moving forward here. Like I said, we got Lefties Losing It. I'm gonna get this pulled up, but what color do you think Rita is wearing today? I think some of you might actually get it right today. I have faith in you, hooligans. So let's see. High Plains Drifter saying green. Too Old to Care saying green. Winston, happy freedom to you. Hot pink. The pink is hot. Magic Moon saying blue. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us, Russell. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hair Juicer saying red. Daywalker saying blue. Addie Walker saying blue. Daywalker and Addie Walker, are you the same walker? Mike Ingalls saying blue. Green Eye saying green. Rappy saying dark blue. Angry God, white and black. Snook saying skin. She's wearing skin. She might be. But is it hers? To be determined. Did everybody place their bets? What color do you think, Klaus Daniels? Klaus like dark gray. Dusto, happy freedom to you. Canary yellow. Sometimes she'd be wearing that. Today might be the day. Did everybody place their bets? Giving you time. Carpet Dog. Purple plaid. Very specific. What's up, Libby Racer? Happy freedom to you. Libby Racer, what color is Rita wearing? I always start the video and then like 3 or 4 more comments come in, so I'm trying to give you time. All right, hooligans. Today, I can confidently say Rita's wearing blue. It's blue. You guys are going to give me all this shit. I already know, but it's not blurple. It's not, some other funny color and 16-letter name. It's just blue. That's pretty much blue right there. Either way, hit that like button and let's get into this.
When it's time for Lefties Losing It. And we touched on the Oscars and mindless, feckless celebrity virtue signaling last night. But let's get into the nitty-gritty tonight with the worst of the worst, starting with the tiresome, self-delighted professional victim, Jimmy Kimmel.
As you know, there are some countries whose leaders don't support free speech. I'm not at liberty to say which. Let's just leave it at North Korea and CBS. Fortunately,
yes, it is the painfully unfunny Jimmy Kimmel again pretending he's a victim like the downtrodden folk of North Korea. He's still carrying on about being censored in Trump's America, even as he criticises Trump in every single program and appearance. And a reminder, he was suspended for less than a week because he lied, deliberately and shamelessly lied about Charlie Kirk's killer. As for CBS's decision to axe Stephen Colbert, well, that had nothing to do with free speech and everything to do with his awful ratings. Now, let's check in on the eternally wrong about everything Jane Fonda and see if you can keep up with this diatribe.
That's why Hegseth said, the Secretary of Defense, he said we can't have, CNN can't come soon enough to be under the control of Paramount because we know that Trump wants to hurt. I mean, I slept with the guy that created it.
You did?
I have a personal stake in it.
What? And why is she glitching like that? Seriously, does she think sleeping with a media tycoon gives her some deep insight? Let's see if the rest of this rant is a little bit more coherent.
And the days of Mr. Turner creating CNN to be the news source, the trusted news source.
Trusted. It did not take positions. It reported the news and to see what's happening. And so we have to stop. No, I did have many conversations with Ted Sarandos about it because he and I are friends.
Forget about Hanoi Jane. I hereby dub her Jane Biden. Yes, she's got the Bidens about her. Now get ready to really turn up the stupid because we're about to hear from Patricia Arquette, the woman who once tweeted, "Kick Russia out of NATO." Seriously, she did do that. She deleted it, but only after she was mocked mercilessly. Now the actress is claiming that the trans community in America is under attack.
Right now we're looking at a real attack on the trans community. We're seeing people lose their driver's license suddenly with no way to get to even the DMV. We're seeing people not allowed to go to the bathroom, even though they clearly present, the way that they are, who they are, but they're forcing them to go to the bathroom in the non-corresponding bathrooms. We're seeing people having to flee the country.
She really is desperate for men to be in women's bathrooms, isn't she? What a bizarre hill to die on, the rejection of biological reality. Now to the rejection of logic and decency. Here is Javier Bardem.
No to war and free Palestine.
Saying no to the war against the Iranian regime just as they're on their knees and close to defeat. Shameful antics from Javier, who was there to present the Best International Feature Film. One of the directors nominated in that category this year was Iranian filmmaker Jafar Panahi, no relation. Now, Panahi is facing imprisonment and worse if he returns to Iran. He was luckily out of the country late last year when he was sentenced to prison for what Iranian government called propaganda activities against the regime. But you've got Javier calling for an end to the war against that regime. It just shows a breathtaking level of ignorance. And if you think I'm being too harsh and he was just making a general statement against war in all regions across the world, then listen to this. He was talking about Iran.
With another illegal war created by Trump and Netanyahu in order to
with another lie, which is like to defeat the regime, but they are radicalizing the regime by their horrific actions. So that's not the reason.
Trump is radicalizing the Iranian regime. Is he dumb or lying? Because I don't see too many other options at this point. And wasn't it interesting that Javier, along with the rest of the Hollywood elite, said nothing about the plight of the Iranian people? Tens of thousands of whom were just slaughtered this year by the Iranian regime. We didn't hear much about that on the night, did we? We did hear from One Piece actress Charithra Chandran, who seems to have missed the news that the war in Gaza is actually over and that a ceasefire has been in place now for months.
It's an artist for ceasefire pen, and what we are demanding is a ceasefire in Gaza. And I think that I am so blessed to have a platform, and this is the least I can do to use it. And like sometimes the news cycle is so fast and people move on.
Oh, you're right. The news cycle does move fast, love, but there's been a ceasefire in Gaza since October 10. That's more than 5 months ago. Do keep up. The sad reality is that actors, celebrities in general, are far dumber than your lowest expectations. But that thickness often comes with enormous amounts of ego. It's a dangerous mix.
When we act complicit, when a government murders people on the streets of our major cities, when we don't say anything, when oligarchs take over the media and control how we can produce it and consume it.
Now, if these actors cared even a little about free speech and artistic integrity, they would say something about the real McCarthyism that exists in Hollywood, where if you admit that you're anything other than hard left, you're pretty much blacklisted and often driven completely out of the industry. But the Hollywood hypocrites are all on board with that. And I'll be discussing the celebrity class's antics later in the hour with Ollie London.
All right, that is Lefties Losing It. And that does wrap up the news. We're going to get into the fun stuff. We're going to be trying some of this ghost pepper biltong that was sent to me by King of Biltong. And then we're going to be doing an unboxing because somebody sent me something. I don't know who it's from or what it is, but we're going to figure it out. And then we will be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Watchmen. And I think it's the last one of the brain-busting puzzles. Then we got our two funny videos of the day. First one is provided by Ghostly, and it's titled, When You Leave Women Unsupervised. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Stowner, and it's titled, Simple Misunderstanding. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what your hooligans think about Lefties losing it. Is there a weak chin, weak man? Yeah. He's trying to transition. He's pre-transition right now. Wrench, that's exactly why I don't watch those award shows, out of touch with reality. Yeah. Well, and I think you have to pay to watch them now. If you don't have cable, it's like you got to be subscribed to one thing or another in order to see it. And it's like, I don't know. They pay money to watch wealthy people talk shit about stuff they don't know anything about. Like, I'm good. I'd rather save the doll hairs. Ghostly, that chick is so dumb my brain cells started killing themselves while she was talking. She was causing the quality of my life to go down. Yes. Liberals are like that. Angry God, don't listen to actors. That's right. They're only acting. Dusto, my father hated her and now they're on the same team. It's rough how that works. Carpet Dog, he won a little gold statue. He's important. That's how he feels. He was speaking very confidently for somebody who, you know, couldn't stand outside while it's windy. It's a frail looking guy. Most of them are. Master Dork, I already ate my last Carolina Reaper beef jerky and it was hot. I believe it. I believe it. Now this ghost pepper biltong probably won't be, I mean, it's ghost pepper, but compared to the stuff I experienced last weekend, I don't know. I don't ever want to eat anything as hot as that. I was literally throwing up fire. I was reaching down with my hands into my stomach and pulling those peppers, that sauce out of me. I don't ever want to live like that again. Ghostly, too bad the live action One Piece is filled with woke shitheads just like her. I don't ever watch the live action stuff. Like Death Note. I like watching Death Note. I haven't watched it in a while. But I used to watch it, and then they came out with the live action one, and it's... The main character was Asian. Light, I think his name is Light. He's Asian in the anime. He's a black dude in the live action thing, and it's like... I watched it just for the sake of watching it, but I'll never watch it again. I'll tell you that. They always mess that stuff up. I don't like any of the live action anything. They could make it watchable. They choose not to, though. Ghostly, did you ever see the live action DBZ? It's a war crime. No, I didn't even know they made a live action DBZ. I can only imagine. Alright, hooligans, let's get into the fun stuff. Like I said, we got an unboxing. We're going to be eating spicy biltong. We're going to be opening the last door of the advent calendar sent by Watchmen. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the video description. We have PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee. You can send some to the P.O. Box, or you can even send crypto. So let's try some of this spicy biltong. Hold on, let me grab some gloves, because I don't want to be touching my eyes. Want some biltong, Klaus Daniels? Yes, yes. Some Klaus Tong goes a long way. Okay. Ugh. So this is what we got here. Got the Wagyu Ghost biltong here. Look at its goodness. You guys can go get your own over at biltongusa.com. Use promo code Jeff and you will get 10% off your order. So go do the thing. Now, like I said, this is the Ghost one. When he sent it to me, whenever that was, I can't remember when he sent it to me, but when he did, he also sent me Reaper. And we tried the Reaper on the live, and that stuff is spicy. It's good. It's not like challenge jerky crap where it's trying to kill you. It's actually just seasoned to be enjoyable. And it is. It is. So that being said, we are going to try some of this Ghost Tong here. Look at how good it is. Look at this. And all its goodness. It's cut like bacon. It's like jerky, but it's not. It is the biltong. And it's good stuff. So let's give it a try. Cheers, hooligans. We're gonna need a little bit more. All the biltong here. Ooh, it's hot. It's not too hot though. And that was quite a bit. That was like $20 worth of biltong I just ate. I got it stuck in my teeth. It's good though. It's just the right amount of seasoning. Now, ghost peppers generally are hot. Like, fuck you up hot. Ooh. But King of Biltong does such a good job as seasoning the biltong that it's not too much. You're not going to be like dying from the stuff. You're not going to be in the bathroom throwing up all over the counter in the sink like I was over the weekend. It's not like that. It is good stuff. Now, I don't think kids would enjoy this. I think it's a little too spicy for kids. But if you're a grown-ass man or whoa man, you'd like it. You'd like it. If you like a little spice in your life, you would like it. So definitely go to biltongusa.com. and get you some biltong, because it is good stuff. Oh, it's hot. It's hot, but it's not too hot. So let's get into this unboxing. I don't know who sent me this stuff. I was not expecting packages, and then I got packages. Actually, let's open this one. We're gonna start with this one. What is this? Oh, this from Ghostly. Look at that. Got that torque wrench. Now, I am waiting for the parts for the Subaru to show up for spark plugs and wires. Thank you so much, Ghostly, for the torque wrench. I'm excited to put it to use, get this car fixed. Thank you, Ghostly. Watch out, Cloud Daniels. Oh, it's hot. All right. So let's figure out what's in this box. What does this say? Klaus payroll from Giggling Spy. Look at this. Fantastic. Got the fancy fees for the Klaus Daniels. Good stuff. These purple cans. Ooh, these are his favorite. These ones right here. These purple ones. Very nice. Klaus Daniels, look at you. Got a brand new stack of fancy fees. Yanga Starve. Look at these fat rolls. These fat rolls right here. They're filling out nicely. Thank you so much, Giggling Spy. You're a badass. Keeping Klaus Daniels fat and happy. Very nice. All right, hooligans. Let's see what we get today from the last day of the Advent Calendar by Watchmen. Let me see. Oh, look at this guy. Let's set this over here. This is today's. Now I'm showing you the plastic just in case I open her up and it falls to pieces like yesterday's. All right. Now my nose is running from that Biltong. Look at this bullshit right here. Look at this. Now we're gonna give her a try, but I don't know. What's the trick here? How many pieces are there? Oh, this piece spins. Okay. All right. Figuring stuff out here. So this is where we are. This piece rotates, and this is where it's all. Yep. Okay, first half done. Got it disassembled. Now let me see if we can reassemble it. Have I done enough puzzles to be able to get this last one? We are going to find out. Oh, Biltong's a little spicy. A little bit. Now, I can't remember what this damn thing even looked like, so I'm gonna just try my best here. See if I can figure it out. Interesting. Spicy. I think I know how to do it. I just need to grow a couple more fingers to hold this. Come on, thing. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I know you guys are doubting me right now. Look at that bullshit right there. Fucking did it. Did it. I told you guys I could do it. I told you. Who? Watchmen sent me so many puzzles that I can just do them on site now. Thank you so much, Watchmen. Did the final brain buster there. So proud of myself. Right there. Patting myself on the back. All right, hooligans. Let's get into these funny videos. Oh, real quick. Thank you so much, Sandra's Library, for the 100 bits over on Twitch. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. We did the thing. Let's get into these funny videos. Bill Tom was good. All right. So our first funny video of the day. This one was provided by Ghostly. And it's titled, "When You Leave Women Unsupervised."
Is it a dog or is it a coyote? I can't. Come here, boy. Like, wouldn't it come if I was calling it? Come here. Who's a good boy? You don't have a collar on. I can't tell. Is that a wild dog that's gonna eat my cat, or is it a coyote? I really like. Should I tell the guy at the gate that he should watch out?
I've never seen a coyote look less like a dog. That's a cross between a coyote and another coyote. Optometrist here. Come on in whenever you can. Or cat at home. Girl, I know your guardian angel is tired. You need glasses or a chaperone at all times. Is this by chance your cat? My toddler has an encyclopedia of animals with pictures and all. You may want to invest in something similar after this. Can you show us what you think a cat is? I've seen a turtle that looks more like a dog than a coyote. My 4-year-old says, yep, that's a coyote. What a silly lady. Is your name by chance Little Red Riding Hood? Do you also by chance have a hamster like this? Have you even seen dogs? If he had a collar, his name on the collar would be Wiley. Did you honestly not recognize the CEO of Acme? Was this you horseback riding last week?
All right. Very nice. We got coyotes up here. Most people can identify them. I don't know where that bitch is from. Either way, getting into our official funny video of the day. Buddy? Hold on a second. Now, this one was provided by Stoner. And it's titled, "Simple Misunderstanding."
Who are you talking to, buddy?
Fred, a boy I met in the Oculus.
There is no boy named Fred. Fred is the name of a 49-year-old pedophile in dolphin shorts who's trying to groom you to live in an ice cream van.
You wanted me to make a friend? I met a friend. You can't have it both ways. That's Fred. Can he come for dinner?
You gave our address to a child molester?
Jake, we talked about online safety.
You're gonna be so embarrassed when he isn't a pedophile.
Don't worry. I'll handle it. You fucking kidding me? Are you Jake? What? No,
No,
I'm
I'm not. Fred! Jake, what's up, bro? Bro, check out this portal I found.
Okay. And that's Jake. I'm so sorry. I thought you were a pedo grooming my son.
No, not a groomer. Okay. Not a groomer. Thought the same thing about your kid.
Come on. The name Jake, it's a little pedo-like, so.
Yeah, Fred sounds like a kitty diddler.
Who are you talking to, buddy? Fred.
Just a misunderstanding. Well, Hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. Grab this link really quick. I'm going to drop it in all the chats. We're going to read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and then we're raiding out over on Rumble. Goodness. Gotta worry about those diddlers. Filling up with the Diddy oil. It's not good. It's not good. All right, hooligans, there is the link list link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there, keeping the conversation going 24/7. We have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. All right, like I said, we're going to read through really quick, and we got the pledge coming up, and then we're ready now over on Rumble. Let me see. What are you guys talking about? Oh, Ghostly, you can find it on the contact page. I could drop it in the chat. I'm not seeing the disconnect. Yeah, I am disconnected. I'm trying to figure out what you guys are talking about. Snooks, no, the ghost biltong is good. It is good stuff. What's up, Boost of Flames? Happy freedom to you. Happy freedom to you, pricks, if I didn't get you already. Here, Juicer, your weather's in my yard. I'll pick it up as soon as I can here, Juicer. You know how the Subaru's doing right now. Giggling Spy, thank you so much for the fancy feast. Klaus is gonna love you forever. Joel Carey, Klaus says, hooligans love me the bestest. I know. He is well taken care of. Magic Moon, those are comfort rolls, not fat. He's a beefy Klaus. Too old to care. Jeff can torque his nuts now. Very excited about it. What's up, Hat the Cat? Happy freedom to you. Cheeky Chops, yeah, you did get me started on the biltong. Yeah, I appreciate you, Dusto. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your night, now that it's dark outside. Hey, I appreciate you, Master Dork. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Sassy Patriot, you're omnipresent. Dabacles, why are you over on the goof tube? Ghostly, just expect a large package. Very nice. Those are Snooks' favorite kind. Alright, hooligans, it is that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. So it is now time for the raid. Now, of course, we got to cut off Twitch because the raid is against community guidelines over there for whatever reason. So it is what it is. But if you're watching on Twitch, you are welcome to join us over on X, YouTube, Kick, Rumble, or jeffmaclive.com because we got to cut off Twitch. If you don't want to participate in the raid, I will see you tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Everybody else sit tight. We got the raid coming up. I want more biltong. I can't be sitting here eating in front of you guys. It's gross. Do the thing. There we go. Twitch is gone. Who are we raiding? Now, we raided Rotella yesterday. Well, Misfit's live. Toasty's live. Frag is live. Nelly's live. Handy's live. I wish we could raid Salty Cracker, but we can't because he's got his stuff set all weird. Let's see what we doing here. Let me see. Toasty's just hanging out. Frag. Frag's over here playing the game. We're gonna raid Frag. Rain. Okay. There we go. Hit that like button as soon as you land. And let's get raiding.
Damn, I don't have one of those fancy grappler guns. I want one of those.
Fuck, it's premium. I didn't think about that until right now. It's too late.
Oh, she brother. Excuse me one moment. Excuse me one moment. No, I'm wearing a diaper, dog. I'm wearing a diaper. Don't worry about it. Hey, Jeff Mac with the major raid. Oh my goodness. Shout out to Jeff Mac in the building. Mac Main. Shout out to the Mac Main. What's up, Hooligans in the building? Elder Zooming in the building. Sly Dog in the building. The Insane Sicilian. What's happening? Zero. What's up, man? Cass, what's happening? Lee, how's he live? I don't know. I don't know what happened. They told me to push a button when I wanted to talk to people, and I pushed the button. Now I'm talking to them.
Watch for chemical contamination.
That's pretty much how it goes. I'm on his way. We kill every huevona in the way, okay? Huevona. Man, how was the stream, bro? Making friends? Yeah. 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 I can tell that Mexicans, they say way too much, you know what I'm saying?
Terminal HPT located nearby.
Fantastic raid, you hooligans. Now, I didn't realize it was a premium live until after I did the thing. I totally forgot that that's something I got to worry about. So my bad, I messed it up. I do that sometimes. That's all right, though. He was still pretty happy about the raid, and that's what matters. We're out here making people happy. All right, well, we're going to do the thing. We're going to read through really quick, but we are wrapping her up. We'll be live again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Oh, you're a badass, Ghostly. I appreciate it. Because, yeah, I need to pull this venom shit out of my body. A little something extra with the dildo flying. Well, that's very exciting. I appreciate you, Ghostly. Zero rated Rotella yesterday? Yes. Ghostly, it's gonna be your Friday? Badass. Thank you so much, Ghostly. Appreciate you, Zero. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Thank you, Matt Rogers. Zero, yeah, they're awesome. I need to remember to look if it's a premium live. I keep forgetting about that. Oh, I appreciate you, Too Old to Care. Thank you for being with us today. Magic Moon, yeah, it was premium only. My bad. I messed that up. Oh, much love to you, Cass. Thank you for hanging out today. Ghostly, don't thank me yet. No, man. Well, I'm interested to see what it is. Oh, I appreciate it, Zero. All right, hooligans, it looks like we're good to go. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for being here, hanging out. Thank you for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. You guys are fantastic. Go enjoy the rest of your day. Find yourself some good food, have fun, and be safe. And I'm going to try and do the same and make your way back to us tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.